Good morning and welcome to the new edition of Dr. Lamba's Awakening Call. The Great Indian Rope Trick has posed a great mystery. The mystery is nothing much but the Great Indian Rupee. Amazingly, the economy of India is getting bigger and bigger. And what a dichotomy, or rather, what a paradox, that as the economy gets bigger, the unit of the currency, rupee, gets smaller and smaller. According to IMF, Indian economy is poised to overtake that of Germany and Japan by 2027 to become the world's third largest economy just after USA and China. Great news. It already is the fifth largest economy, having overtaken British economy. The former colonial masters who are a bigger economy are no longer bigger. And apart from 2027, in 2047, 2 decades after India becomes the third largest economy, we envisage the celebration of 100 years of independence, and then would Indian economy, as projected by IMF, as the biggest in the world, overtaking both US and Chinese economy. That's a paradox which people are thinking it might happen. And there's every possibility of it happening. The recent huge order by the Tatas for 470 aircraft has shaken the world. Okay, it has never happened till now. But if India economy in 2047, that is a quarter century after, is to grow at that level, then it must grow at a nominal rate of 14% per year. And that the rupee needs to be stable against the dollar. As I said, now as the economy goes, the rupee tanks. And that paradox has to come to an end. Between 2014 and 2019, the first 5 years of Modi government, the average annual nominal growth in the dollar terms was 6.8%. I'm talking in the dollar terms. In rupee terms, it was about 9 to 10%. And that means that it will take economy 400 plus years to become the world economy number one in dollar terms. So if the rupee doesn't tank and then we grow the way we are growing, then of course there can be no obstacle, no impediment, no barrier to our progress. But in either case, we shouldn't be in a hurry to reach number one state. Now you might be thinking why I'm saying so. It's not only the economy being number one or number two or number three which is important. Much more important is the stability of the rupee. The Great Indian Rupee Trick. So the rope trick is now converted into rupee trick. Or the riddle of the rupee, which causes our currency to shrink in an inverse proportion to grown size, is a major issue to be tackled, and unfortunately, despite all the good intentions, the government hasn't tackled it as yet. I was talking to some economists, and they agree with me that the stumbling block is not the manufacturing process, not the quality, which is normally thought to be, but it is the inverse proportion between the growth of the economy and the decline of the number. Way back in 1960s, I think it was 1960, yes. I was a student of just graduated, had joined my master's. At that time, Indian GDP was pegged at $37 billion. And I came to USA at that time, $1 I could get for 4 rupees 76 paisa. I still remember it. Later on, it became 17, then 19, and like that, But that's so 1960 when I graduated, 4 rupees 76 paisa, 4.76 was equal to $1. When our GDP is over $3,173 today, 3,173 billion. So from 37 to 3,173 billion. It costs $1 costs us 82 rupees 46 cents, 46 paisa. So from 4.76, the rupee has tanked to 82.46. Now you will say that Pakistan rupee is still low, but there's no consolation. Pakistan is not your competitor. No way. Similarly, in 1960, at the same time, it cost 17 rupees to buy 1 pound. Today, 1 pound is equal to 99.46 rupees. So we are not tanking only for the dollar, we are tanking for the pound as well. And then now here, EU euro is much higher than dollar is. Pound is much higher than dollar is. But it's only the Indian rupee. Now I know if you want to play the devil's advocate, you would say that China keeps it yuan at a lower level. Purposely, it does so. Yes. But there's no consolation because that's a rigged economy. India is not a rigged economy, and as such, it has to, since it's a free economy, it has to act according to that. And if it doesn't act according to that, then that is going to be an issue. So while our economy today is bigger than that of UK, our growth rate is 6% plus, is higher than that of the post BRICS UK, and that is facing a recession. But curiously, paradoxically, our rupee has shrunk in size against pound. Now, your GDP is higher, your growth rate is higher, your economy is better, but pound is much more expensive than dollar is. And it's not just against the hard or the convertible currency that rupee has shrunk. This is the biggest tragedy. If it shrinks against dollar, against pound, against euro, there is some logic, though not acceptable one. But when it shrinks against other currencies, which are soft currencies, then that's a matter of concern and a matter of shock. We should have made our economists, Reserve Bank, finance ministry to gird up the loins and tackle it on the war front. I'll give you an example. 1980, for 1 rupee, I could get two Thai bahts. For two Thai bahts were equal to 1 rupee. Amazing. I went to Bangkok and then I saw that today it's absolutely reversal. It takes 2 rupees 46 paisa, 2.46 rupees to get 1 baht. So 1 rupee equal to 2 baht in 1980. Today, 2.46 rupees equal to 1 baht. What a reversal. And that's a tragedy. So it's not only the hard currencies or the convertible currencies that rupee has shrunk against. It has shrunk against the soft currencies as well. So the larger economy gets and smaller rupee becomes, what will be the result? It will be more expensive for the people to travel abroad for study. It will be more expensive for the people to travel abroad for medical treatment or for any other reason. And what happens then? If this trend continues, as the economy grows larger and larger, the rupee becoming less and less, would it be like Nigerian naira, where $1 was equal to a few thousand naira? Or would it become like the mark of Germany after the Second World War, when they say the entire national debt, if paid, could not buy you the lunch, but it could buy you just maybe a pack of cigarettes? Are we in for trouble? Would it become worthless? Now, these are the matters of concern which should have started debate. Now, look at the situation in India. The parliament, which is supposed to discuss the governance and the state of economy, would talk nonsense about things which are not at all material. Have they talked about the economical? They'll talk about one businessman all the time, one business house, as if that business house decides the fate of India, which it doesn't. Whether the all this noise is created noise or is there a reality in that? Forget it. The large agencies are there to take after. The regulatory system is there, and it's a good system. And now the Supreme Court is looking into it. But the Parliament wasting its time. But the major issue of the economy, they are keeping shut. I would have liked to haul the Modi government and Nirmala Sitaraman on burning coals on this issue. But then they can't do it because they themselves are guilty of the same thing earlier. The fraud didn't start now, it started right, as I said, in 1960. So, what has to be done? A, the government immediately must create a task force. And the task force should not only be of economists, but also of strategists, people like me who are not economists, but who understand the economy and the implications of the economy. Some good academicians, some good visionaries. You see, our problem is that we appoint commissions and inquiries who are very good as accounting purposes, good and counting beans, but they do not have vision. We need visionaries whose vision transcends all barriers and they can have a helicopter view of things and come up with great schemes. Creation of Bangladesh was a visionary step. Amalgamation of Sikkim with India was a great visionary step. We don't have that, unfortunately. The government, present day government, is extremely practical. I must give it this credit. But it needs also to have a vision. It has vision in one aspect, as far as the upliftment of the people in India is concerned. That's welcome. But you don't need only that. You need that, but something much more. If you really want to be the global leader, then you've got to see that your currency is also the global leader, which today it is not. And the Indian rupee trick, getting smaller the economy grows, is an indicator of that. But is somebody listening? Would they take action? I don't know, but I wish they do. And if they do, then you can be sure by 2047, India can be definitely, without doubt, number one economy of the world. If wishes were horses, beggars would be riding them. Think about it. Thank you.